What up, my peoples? What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? Hope y'all out there having the time of your life. Y'all know it's championship weekend, right? Y'all know it's championship weekend, right? Boom. We back. Y'all know it's championship weekend, right? I think all across America, all leagues, championship weekend, baby. Y'all know what that's about. Boom. Nothing like championship weekend. Truth of the matter is, a lot of coaches get tired too. We be wanting to chill. That's the truth. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that though. You know what I'm saying? That might sound bad. They go, oh, you getting tired of people kids. Nah, we get tired too though. We want it's championship weekend, right? We get tired. Let me share the post. Let's get it popping. We ain't gonna be here all night, but we're gonna do a little bit of talking. Just a little bit of talking. Got some good stuff to discuss tonight. Welcome. You know it's your boy PH, Mr. Above 140, and we are here. Cash rules everything around. Some of y'all too young to know what that means. That's all good. Some of y'all too young to know what it means. So we got a fun-filled packed show. I think this is going to be a good conversation, y'all. I think this is going to be a great conversation to have. Boom, boom. I might have shared it too many times. It's going to be a great conversation to have. We are live. Kev, what up? Jose, what up? Hope all is well out there for everybody. Hope all is well out there for everybody. You know, I got the youth football game going on behind me. It ain't from around here, but it's all good. We still just like to watch youth football around here, right? So I just figured I'd throw in a game that happened recently. It's a little grainy, but it's all good, right? We're still going to enjoy. We're still going to enjoy the game regardless. Jeremy, what up, player? Free T. Shatir, you free, baby. You free. I told you, Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? Sizzle, what up? Hurricanes 11U team. Number 1 11U team in New England. Probably the most dominant team in New England, to be honest with you. Hey, Kev, get it done, baby. Yo, Kev, send me the schedule and y'all chip. I want to announce it. I don't have it. I'd love to talk about, I don't know what I could talk about. I'd love to, at least put it out there where y'all playing and all that. Y'all got a dope venue over there in East Hartford playing at UConn Stadium. That's what's up, bro. That's good stuff. No, that's not an East Bay Warriors hat. This the number 1 NFL. I can't even say that no more. They done just traded my boy, man. It's the Commanders, man. That's what we are. I don't even know what to say no more. They're messing with my emotions, all type of stuff, man. All type of stuff. It ain't even the same no more, man. They done got me pissed. Anyway, I'm not going to be here all night, but let's get started.
I met a boy today.
That's me.
So fine.
If you know, tap in, share the post. It's your boy PH, a.k.a. The Press, a.k.a. Mr. Above 140.
Come to my town and get with me. She love I'm around.
It's not about the amount of talent you have. It's 100% about the work ethic. Ask your coach or anybody that's been doing this.
I met a boy today, so fine.
Why is it? And they gonna say, oh, it's illegal. Cut this. Cut it out. All you coaches out there, cut it out. Because that's BS.
So it's your boy PH, aka the Prez, aka Mr. Above 140. And you know I'm right when I'm speaking, regardless of what you say. It's all facts and I'm right. So I want to talk to the whole youth football community as a whole. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all think, because I think this is some important stuff. So I recently had a conversation with a coach that canceled a football game. I'm not going to mention the coach. It was a private conversation. I was trying to dig in, y'all. I think y'all can admit that we're starting to see more and more programs that aren't showing up for football games, right? And I wanted to know, why is it that teams are all of a sudden just not showing up for football games? What's happening out there that teams don't want to show up for football games anymore? So I spoke with a coach that, I like to have these private conversations. One thing about me is I protect conversations. I think that's important. I think that's an important trait of being a stand-up person. I don't look for loyalty. I look for honor. I look for honorable people. So I'm a person of honor. So I believed in that. So I told him I went and talked, and I had some interesting information for y'all. And we're going to talk about that. And then I want to talk about why is it that the football community and youth don't hold the same standard as we do in high school, college, etc. NFL is a little bigger, but let me break it down because I know y'all confused. So we all talk about this scared to lose mentality. And I'm glad this came up because somebody recently accused us of being scared. My program, which is erroneous, but I'm going to just pass that, right? So this scared to lose mentality that we believe is happening, right? Why is it happening? So I'm going to tell you the conversation. So the young man that I spoke with said that it's not that he's scared to lose to anybody. It's the game of football. And I'm here to tell everybody out there, no matter how successful you think you are, no matter how great of a coach you think you are going to lose a lot of football games. And the truth of the matter is, if you do it long enough and stay at the top of the game long enough, you may even lose more than you win, i.e. LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. LeBron is going to lose more than he wins because he remains at the top of the game all the time. So he's going to lose more than he's win. He's in the playoffs and in the championship more than anybody else. And when you compete at a higher level, you're oftentimes competing against the best every single year over and over and over, which means you might lose more than you win. We're going to remember this statement. You might lose more than you win at the top of your game, but let me fall back and let me keep going. So the question was, why don't you show up? And I figured it out after talking to him. It's us, y'all. The youth football community. Not high school, college. It's the youth football community. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna hurt a couple feelings out there, but I don't really, y'all know I don't care, so I'm gonna just say it. The youth football game has become dominated by anybody that can coach now. Basically, to coach youth football, you just have to have not touched children. And so we have access to people that are not that intelligent since we're not hiring. And when you let all the unintelligent stupidity, bullshit, and all, excuse my language, all of that stuff come in, when you allow all of that stuff to flood in to coach, right? We all need coaches. We all need community, and we don't say no. What you get is an ignorance level at an all-time high in youth football. So he said to me, yo, it's not that I don't want to lose. It's that I'm okay with coaching kids that's not going to win. But I'll forfeit against some of these guys because some of these guys are going to take the social media and say the wrong thing, and it's going to make me react a certain type of way. Now, I want y'all to think about that for a minute. Is he a sucker? Is he scared? Or do he have a point? That's what I started thinking. Does it become too much in our community that when you lose a football game, because listen, I'm not one of those guys that really care what people say about me. I'm at a point in my life where I don't feel I have to argue with anybody at this point in my life. Like, I'm comfortable who I am, right? I know what I hold down, and I know what I need to work on within myself. We all got work to do. I think I'm at a point in my life where I know my flaws. Everybody don't take too kindly, though, to the outlashing from social media. You got to understand that everybody can't take that, man. And so, you know, I let me pause real quick. I was talking to a guy after I had these conversations with a guy, and he say to me, you know, he's from the streets. And so he was talking to me, and he like, yo, they be talking crazy, and then, and I had to explain to him, dog, it's not real. Like, it's not real. Like, social media is not real. Half the people you will never see in a year. You may bump into them when something happened, but it's not real. But everybody don't understand that realm of thought. And so I'd rather not show up and play you if you gonna meme me, demean my character, demean my kids, say I suck as a coach, try to clown, and all of that. Because I don't remember 10 years ago people canceling games as much as I see today because they can't win. People would show up, get their butt whooped. The coaches would go chill in the parking lot, chillax, everything was all love. I know I was in Southern. We had like 23, 25 teams. It was always love. New Haven used to kill Hartford about 13 years ago. I never not chilled with the coaches or was cool with Barrels or me and Kelly fell out or none of that. Kelly will tell you at one time, New Haven was beating my JV like 35-0, and my coaches didn't know the rules that much. We had just gotten to Pop Warner. Kelly was trying to score again, and he did a spread. My dumb coaches put 7 guys in D-backs out there when he only could run through the tackles. They didn't know. So I ran down the hill in New Haven. You know what I'm talking about. You know they feel. It's calling timeout, running onto the field from over where they do their concessions at to tell my coaches, y'all goofballs, he can't do that. He can't pass. He's tricking y'all. I never felt no type of way about him. One of my best friends right now is him. We used to play and be on the phone Friday night before state championship game on Saturday. Right? I wasn't taking the social media to be funny on home. And so if that's the case, if that's what's happening, if that's what's transpiring, do some people have a point to say, you know what? Playing these guys is going to roll over to something else. It's best that I don't play them. Are you being a stand-up person? Or should you just take the backlash and say whatever? Or do we as a community got to raise the level of ignorance amongst each other? Maybe we don't have that responsibility. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't see it in high school. You don't see it in college. Now, maybe you want to say, maybe you don't see it because they're getting paid. I don't know. Maybe that's a difference. I don't know. But I've been thinking, right? I've been running my mind around the conversation with them. It was a long conversation. But let me read it, and let me read some comments real quick. All right, let me read some comments, and then we'll go. See what they say. Jesus Christ. Parents are letting the kids quit, he said. Jerry said, we the best. Put us on the backdrop, Phil. All right, I'm about to put y'all on. I'm about to put you on. Tell Larry to send me the YouTube link. Every dog has his day, Shatia said. True. Shatia said the guy definitely got a point. Nowadays is heavy on the ignorance. Henry said, I hear you, is real talk. Bingo Said, James, say what you want. BLOL, so what? Yeah, exactly. That's how that, everybody don't operate like that. And you also have to be careful that the coaches won't intentionally have one of their players hurt one of your best players just to be a bleep and ruin the poor kid's season. I will hope that people not targeting kids. That's a whole nother conversation. But I just thought it was important. Now, why do the rules in youth differ than going up? That was another conversation we had. Let me fill y'all in. I notice whenever Bill Belichick lose or Nick Saban lose or Sarkisian lose, nobody ever say in the youth football community ever, especially you Dallas Cowboys, any youth football Dallas Cowboy fan better never talk about bad coaches or ever. I definitely can't because Ron Rivera is crazy. But listen, why is it when you football coaches lose, y'all think they're bad coaches? But when the higher ups on every aspect from high school to college to the NFL, we don't maintain that standard for them and say that about them. When I would put to y'all, our jobs are sometimes harder than their job. We're coaching 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds. And for those that's at 14U, you know what we deal with. You know the type of problems and the type of kids and us having to go get kids out in the middle of the night to bring, like, you know what we dealing with. You ain't dealing with that in college. You cut the slate, you move on. In the NFL, you cut them. They're gone. You move on. And so I just wonder why we apply rules in youth football that we don't apply nowhere else. And here's what I want to put to New England, and maybe y'all seeing this nationwide if y'all all tell me. Maybe y'all see it nationwide. If we raise the level of professionalism in youth football, do you think it would better our community as a youth football community? Or do you think it's cool to have the social media shit going on? Because I kind of think that that is kind of helping cultivate the stuff we seeing. I kind of think it's helping cultivate all the BS that we seeing of people going, nah, I'm not going to play them, right? Because why? It's safer for me not to play and you to say what you want than for you to get on social media and try to demean my character. I don't subscribe to that method. Any team we ever been scheduled to play, and since we started this program, we jumped into Pop Warner in 2009. We've never not shown up for the game. In-state, out-of-state. Called my man Nas from Brick City. I hit him up. We pulled up. It was all love. It was never a doubt on whether a Hurricane team won't show up. And no, we haven't always been a team of substance, right? A lot of people know about the times where we had nobody to play, right? A lot of people know about the times where we had absolutely nobody to play. There you go, Jerry. Nobody to play. Or when we would play people and we were so bad that, we was getting beat by 30, 40 points. Losing is not new to us, right? Losing is not new. I think I've lost more than I've won, and maybe not lost more than I won in Pop Warner, but at a higher level, me personally, I've took more losses than I've won. I'm cool with that. As long as I'm someone that you're going to go to practice on the day of, and you're going to respect, and you're going to put, and I make you put in the time to beat me, I've done my job. I show up with a team that's prepared. You win. Kudos to you. You made the best man win. I leave. It don't matter. Like, I leave. It don't matter. At this point, there was a point, maybe 10 years ago, where it ate me when I lost. Like, I wouldn't talk to nobody when I lost. I'm just not there no more. So to the younger coaches, I ask y'all, do y'all think it matters at all? The internet stuff and the flyers and the new thing is in the ring. put all the logos up. I seen our logos in a couple of the rings getting knocked out. I think it's funny personally. Like I've had memes of me when I've lost regional championships, going fishing, all type of stuff. I mean, when A60 lose all-star games, y'all make memes of me. And I ain't even coaching, right? And so if we up the level of professionalism, do the youth football community think, what up, Kel? Do the youth football community believe? Corey said social media is a double-edged sword. Corey, tell me how. I'd like to know how social media is a double-edged sword, because no, you're right. Let me say you're right. I think social media 100% definitely provides us with the opportunity to highlight these youth nationwide, and that has never been an inability before. I think that's a beautiful thing. I love when I go down to National Pop Warner and I got something from the Hurricanes on, and people go, oh, I remember you guys. You guys played on ESPN. You guys played this team, or you guys played that team, right? It's because of the web. It's because of the marketing plan. It's because of stuff like this. It's like we're able to get our story out, right? And so I think that's the good part about it. The bad part about it is, and look, y'all, coaches won't admit this to y'all. They'll talk. Certain ones will talk to me out of respect of knowing that, you know, I'm gonna be honorable in the conversation. But the truth of the matter is, some of them do feel like they just don't want to be involved with certain programs, so they won't show up. Now, the program is going to run around and call them scary and call them all of that. Now, what I will say is this. If you got teams showing up, or you canceling the day before, or you canceling the day of, or you canceling at the game, nah, that's not the same thing that I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. You can't be having people waste time, waste practice, waste money, waste gas just to pull out and then pull some crazy stuff on them. I'm not talking about those instances. That stuff I don't condone. I don't condone ever not playing, but I don't condone that. I'm asking though, if I give you the heads up, Hartford Hurricanes, listen, man, we're not going to be showing up to play this week's game. It's Monday. We won't be showing up to play this week's game. We're going to go find us another game. You guys should go find another game. Why? We just don't want to play you guys. Now, if we're the program, which we not, because you don't see my coaches all online going crazy and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We highlight the youth, but you don't see our coaches going crazy. And I don't have no rules. Ask any coach in the Hurricanes. I don't be like, oh, these are the rules of social media. We don't have a social media rule in our Hurricanes. It's just our coaches. When you comfortable and you expect to win, I think there's a level of this is what we do. Boom, this is us. Boom, but this is what we do, right? But I get it for the younger coaches. And I don't want to be the old head that don't understand the culture that we in, because I do understand the culture that we in. And so I'm saying, is the culture negatively affecting the game, though? Is it negatively affecting the game? And that's something we all have a duty to try to figure out. Or maybe people are scared and they don't want to play. Maybe that's it. I'll read some comments. It says, that speaks to your character when you can win or lose. Some of these other coaches aren't built like that, and everybody ain't built for the disrespect that comes with social media. They not. And that's why I say, that's why I'm always careful at what I say on social media, because you never know. Somebody can walk up to you and plug you based on something you said because you're joking, but they taking it serious. Be careful about that out there in social media. And for the tough guys, don't be careful. Do you? Cool. I'm not here to tell you can't be super thug Nori. I'm just telling you about me. I'm conscious about that stuff. Ain't nobody too tough to get got. And so social media have caused some bad situations. And I've seen with my own eyes, people get pressed because of social media by people like pressed in the group and surrounded. And you got to speak. Yo, no, man, I ain't mean it like that. You shouldn't have to mean nothing no way if you don't talk about people. That's just my philosophy, right? Social media helps promote a lot of positive things, But there are some things that take it too far. I don't know. Social media might promote a lot more. I'm gonna tell you what social media allows. It allows for people to be who they really, really, really want to be and not who they are. I want y'all to be conscious. I'm not saying people aren't who they say they're going to be. It allows you the opportunity to live through the lens of what you always wanted people to feel you were without actually being that. That's just my assessment. I'm going to move on from it, but I'm going to just tell y'all, social media has this weird way of, at least in that conversation, of killing the game a little. I spoke to a coach personally that told me he won't show up. I mean, I should just let number 4 run up and down the field. It's just too easy. But that's just what happens, right, with social media. I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all can keep commenting. I'm interested to hear how social media is helping or killing the environment of youth football where you at, because I think that is it's not always a positive thing, and we got to be conscious as a community to not let social media kill a game for all of us, right? With that being said, what's the next segment? I think we should highlight some players. Y'all want to see some of the best players from around here? I think we should highlight youth football players. Yeah, let's do that. Let's highlight some youth football players. Let's do this. Youth. Come on, give me a second. Football player. We got 6U highlights this time. 6U highlights. We never really get 6U highlights. This is good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Let's go. Who we got first? We got, hold on 1 second. Let me see what we got. At 6U, who we got? Who we got coming up? Huh? Oh, my boy Justin out of Manchester. J. Maximus Garrett. I don't know about sharing this, Justin. I'm going to share it because you my guy. But this is going to make me feel some type of way. I just got to be honest with you, man. But shout out to the young man. I was at the game. The kid is 6 years old. This is the last play of the game. The last play of the game. This is a 6U game. We was off to the races. Hurricanes about to score. There you go, baby. There you go. From behind. That was the game. 6U Bowl championship. Manchester Redhawks got us and won the game on that play. If he ain't make that tackle from behind, the Hurricanes would have had our first chip. But give it up for all the 6U kids that played in the 6U Bowl championship. Shout out to the young man. That was a great tackle, by the way. Yeah, man, listen, watching the 6-year-old kids, that's like the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like watching the 6-year-old kids, because that's just pure love for the game. They don't come with no ulterior motive, nothing. The next person out of West Row, it's their quarterback. Y'all know who sent this to me, right? Y'all know who sent this to me. Sam, where you at, Sam? Is Sam on? Tell Sam to jump on. We are about to show JoJo. We're about to show JoJo. Josiah. We're about to show JoJo. This boy be cooking. We got some clips for you. Let's watch it. You know West Row been doing people dirty all year. They ain't do the Hurricanes dirty. Look. Okay, I'm about to pause this. This right here. Right here. Watch this. No, I'm coughing for real. I ain't being funny. Look at it. Woo!
For 3. You stiff arm as he.
Oh. Listen, man. Oh, it's too much info. I'm sharing too much info. Y'all ain't supposed to see my screen. Anyway, listen, I got more clips of JoJo. Let's keep going. Let's keep going because the boy was throwing dimes. All right, he be throwing dimes. I got more clips. Let's keep going. We want to highlight these kids, man. Make sure that they just do, right? I think that's important. All right, let's go, Joe. Let's go, Joe. What we got? We got Trips. Oh, no, this ain't Trips. We got a running back by here. Trips right. He fakes the blast left. He drops back. He at the 50. He didn't even step forward. Yo, listen. He just threw a 45-yard pass, and he didn't even step into the throw. 45-yard pass, and he didn't even step into the throw. I can almost guarantee at 12 years old, he could throw a 50-yard pass if he stepped into it. I can almost guarantee. Last one of the kid, Joe Singletary. Uh-oh. The wheel route breaks the oh, he's tacked. Nope. He got loose. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, who that? Woo-wee. One hand. Listen, I think Rick, you might have a national championship on your hand, brother. Keep up the good work. I'm going. I am rooting for you, Rick. I'm rooting for the whole West Row to win it all. It ain't many teams out there I'm going to root for, I'm going to be honest with y'all. But I'll root for West Row. I hope they win it all. That'll be a good thing, right? That'll be a good thing because we need somebody from New England to bring it home. Ain't no hater here. Ain't no hater here at all. At all. Lyjon Bell. He's in West Row. Rachel, what up? West Row is just like, you know, they sent in the videos. We gonna highlight these kids. Woo! Number 11. Was he the one-handed catcher? Talk to me. Was he the one that caught that pass with one hand? Oh, we gotta go back. Hold on. Woo. I gotta turn that down, man. I don't want them to say your podcasts have illegal music. Look at this against New Britain. That's too easy. He's not there. They're not even running. Everybody's showing love on each other team. This is the type of team that could do some work. They go to Jet. He's not even running. He's trotting. Look. They running down, meeting him in the end zone. That's good stuff. That's that defense too. There you go. That's dog mentality, y'all. Dog mentality. You willing to tackle as well as score touchdowns? We all know we look for kids that could do that. Let's go to Rhode Island. Let's go to RISMA. Why? Because RISMA got some dogs out there. That's why. Let's go to RISMA 14U team. All right? And we are going to go. Where we going to go? I got a couple. Let's go to Tyler Rayner, number 7 from the East Bay Warriors 14U team out of RISMA. Last week, Tyler had 4 touchdowns. All the points scored for East Bay, 120 rushing yards on 5 carries, 3 touchdowns, 55 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, and made 12 tackles. He gave up no receptions on defense as a safety. I think we should see about this kid Tyler because don't nobody really pay attention to what's going on out there in Rhode Island. But Rhode Island got some dogs out there. We see. Let's watch them. Let's watch it. What we got? Let's see what we got. Drops back. There you go. Up the sideline. He outruns one. Woo! The stiff arm. Touchdown. Touchdown with the stiff arm. I'm just saying. The young man got game. You got to give it to a young man that got game. I'm just saying. Oh, we got another clip, y'all. Let's look at another clip from the young man. The young man got game. I'm just saying. Young man got game. Let's see. Boom. Wheel route. Oh, he took off. He's at QB now. Around the corner. No, he didn't. He's getting tackled. I know he's getting tackled. Woo. Listen, man. Know what you got to do? got to tackle that young man. Anybody that got to play against that young man, good luck. It looked like he's a talented young man. Hey, I want to say something. So my Friday night highlights, I started it with the young man King. We're going to keep it going this Friday. I'm going to do 2 young men because last Friday had a little family issue. I didn't get to do it. So I'm not going to highlight those kids right now. I'm going to drop one at 8 o'clock, one at 9 o'clock so they both get their own shine. Friday night highlights. We're definitely going to highlight the kids, the youth, kids that got that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important that we highlight the kids that got that. What is it? Bark, man. All right, I got to get my music right. But we definitely going to highlight the kids that got that dog in them. But until we get to that point, I think it's important that we do some New England region rankings. Not really rankings, but let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. All right. Let's start at the 14U level. How about that? Let's start at the 14U level this weekend. Championship weekend it is. I'm going to post this in the chat in a second. Dorchester Eagles, they're playing the Boston Raiders. Dorchester remain number 1. It's simple. The Eagles are going to fly. I don't think Boston will be that hard of a challenge, but it is a rival game, and this is the game of football. I know in youth football, we pump our chests, we slam on tables, but the truth of the matter is anybody can lose at any given time, but it'll be hard for the Boston Raiders to win. Though I want to give a shout-out to the Raiders because their 14U team is not sorry. They got some talented young men over there, and shout out to them. We got the East Bay Warriors playing Edgewood. Woo! East Bay Warriors and Edgewood. That's a RISMA championship. That game is going down. East Bay, Edgewood. I got East Bay coming out of there, setting up the game. First Dorchester, November 11th, out in Connecticut. That's going to be a banger. Hartford versus West Elmwood. I think the Hurricanes fly high. Still got that bad taste in their mouth from a couple weeks when Dorchester gave them a whooping. But, hopefully they can continue to win, and hopefully they can get a rematch and see what they can do. You got Malden versus East Lynn. East Lynn versus Malden. Malden wins the game. Malden has a running back. I think he's number 32. The kid is a very talented kid. Shout out to Malden. That's what's going down. 13U Division I. You got Everett. You got Lawrence. Everett's going to win the game. Simple and plain, the Crimson Tide rolls. Why? Because they got the name the Crimson Tide. That's why they're going to win. Of course. Mount Hope, you guys are on a bye week. They chilling. They relaxing. Who are they waiting for? The Steelers are playing Danbury, and all the Steelers are going to do is just sharpen that iron because on November 11th, they will be playing Mount Hope. I'm quoting it. Those two will meet again. That's going to be a banger. Wait for that game to come. 13U Division II, the Manchester Redhawks is playing Windsor. Manchester Redhawks will soar over the 095 all day, all weekend. That'll be kind of easy game. However, I got to give it to my boy. Coach Steve is a good coach. And so whenever you have a good coach, you always want to be careful to make sure that you do not make the mistake of not paying attention and letting them win. That's all. Milford Eagles versus Nagy. Milford, you're number 2. I think you're going to be setting up a game with Manchester soon. But the Milford Eagles playing Nagy. Milford is on a crazy win streak. I heard that they scored, that they haven't given up no points in like a certain amount of games or whatever it was, or their win streak is like 5 or 6 games. Shout out to the Milford Eagles. I always like their red, white, and blue uniform. Shout out to Milford. 12U D1, number 1 team in New England, the New Haven Steelers. I predicted the dark horse was back, and I was right. New Haven, I think they're playing Danbury. The Steelers are in a zone, and there's no way Danbury's going to win that game. So the Steelers will move on. Malden and Lawrence. Malden, you're number 2. You're undefeated, and you're doing your thing. I think Lawrence is going to give you a scare, Malden, but it's okay. You'll win the game, setting up a game between you and possibly the Hartford Hurricanes. That'll be an interesting game. Hartford versus Bloomfield. Hartford wins. The Canes should, go through their swirling and just take the whole Bloomfield with it as it moves on. the game at this level of the region. Number 3, the Dorchester Eagles versus the Mount Hope Cowboys. That game is a game. That's going to be fun. I did get word, and I'm going to tell you my assessment, that Mount Hope has been looking a bit more beatable as of late. And the coach said to me, I don't really know what's going on, but they don't seem like the same team they was when they started off in the beginning of the year. Either way, I'm going to tell you simple and plain, it would be foolish for the Eagles or the elite. I'm sorry, I don't think they're the Eagles no more. It would be foolish for the elite, simple and plain, to believe that Renz is not going to have his boys ready. If you ever played Mount Hope in the playoffs, if you ever played them postseason, they always ready, and they got kids that fly to the ball because they got some aggressive kids. Size have never mattered with Mount Hope. They always came out with a bunch of smaller guys that's been ready to hit everything moving. So kind of like that right there. And so just be careful. That's going to be a game. I'm not picking a winner in that. No. I can't put my word on the line. I heard the last time it was like 13-6 or 13-7 or 14-6. Whatever it was close enough for me to stay out the fray. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. All right, let's read some comments. Is there a fine for teams that cancel? We were talking about that earlier. I don't really believe that there is a fine as long as you do it in a certain amount of time. It's not too much the young coaches. It's the older ones, not you. It's sick as F. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's the older ones that can't deal with the social media stuff. I can see that happen. I can see that happening. I see you showing the Mecca on the screen behind you. But of course, winners win, losers lose. Social media has become a part of the culture. If you're emotionally driven by what others say, stay off the internet. I guess that's a good way of looking at it, Jabari, likely. But let me ask you this. Assuming I don't want to stay off social media, do that mean I have a choice? Either I get clowned by you or I lose. I'm not saying me personally, because you know, brother, your son played for us. We have always shown up. Your son has lost with us, and we lost with grace, and we've never fought none of that. However, I'm just asking you in the perspective of someone else. Do they deserve the right to play and not be clowned for it? That's what I'm asking. Red Hawks. Yep. Shout out to the Red Hawks. Appreciate the love anytime, son. That's the 12U team. They the truth. That is true. JoJo caught the one-hand pass. No, he didn't. JoJo threw it, didn't he? They beat the S out of Dorchester. I heard that was they beat them bad. New England has some bangers this week. They do. Let's keep doing the rankings, y'all. I did the 12. 12U Division 2. West Haven plays Stratford. Let me rephrase. West Haven will practice against Stratford. Shout out to Stratford, but it's going to be a practice. Edgewood and the Taunton Eagles. Edgewood and Taunton. The Eagles win. I don't really think I'm going to rate anybody outside of there. I looked at the Eastern Mass thing. I don't think much is going that way. Hartford Hurricanes 11U versus Waterbury. The most dominant team in the region dominates Waterbury, basically, at 11U. That's what's going to happen. This is a good game. At this level, at 11U level, this is the game of the region. Y'all ready? New Haven Steelers, the number 2 team in the region, versus the New Britain Raiders at 11U. That's a good game. I watched New Britain play. I watched New Haven play. I watched New Britain play Manchester. I watched New Haven play us, and I watched New Haven play West Haven. New Haven team is good. I know some of the players that they played in the All-Star game. New Britain team is a decent team. Them in Manchester was, going back and forth until Manchester pulled away. I think this is going to be a good game. Nate Morrison said New Haven is winning the game. Shout out to New Haven. I don't have no skin in the game, but I'm just going to tell y'all, this is going to be a good game. If you're not doing nothing, show up. What time is that game? Somebody tell me the time. If you're not doing nothing, show up. Watch the New Haven versus New Britain game. That's going to be a game. I'm telling y'all right now, that's going to be a game. Waterbury Patriots got the Hartford Hurricanes. Just hold on to like the posts in Waterbury. And when the hurricane come, your feet going to be flying and you're going to be shaking and shaking. And the pole going to rip off, and then Waterbury is going to go away because the Hartford Hurricanes 11U team is too dominant. Okay? I'm just being honest. Y'all all seen it. Maybe I'm bigging them up a little bit too much. All right, let's go to Division 2. Manchester Red Hawks versus Windsor. Manchester's coming fresh off the national run, and they back in that mode. I'm telling you, they look really, really good. It's going to be tough for Windsor all day. I don't think they're going to be able to contend. I don't know if anybody can beat Manchester in New England. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm taking the Red Hawks. Did Oxford beat Ansonia? Is there anybody out there that can tell me if Oxford... Oh, just for the record, it's a night game. The 11U game between New Haven and what's the name is at 5 o'clock at night. At 5 o'clock at night on Saturday, go watch that New Haven game. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Yes, so we're going to 10U. 10U. I did Manchester Red Hawks. Ain't nobody going to beat them. Listen, this is the most anticipated game in all of New England, y'all. If you've been watching the board, if you've been watching the New England board, you already know the New Britain, New Haven 10U game. You are going to be able to cut the tension with a knife. Hypothetically speaking, we don't promote violence on this show. We all about peace. And there's going to be a peaceful game between both of them. I know the guys from New Britain, they real good people. I know the guys from New Haven is real good people. It really should be all love. It probably won't, but it should be all love because those are there's good football teams and good team moms on both sides. But listen to me. I don't care what game happened from now to the rest of the season. This game is the most anticipated game by me, at least. Maybe not y'all because y'all haven't been following. This game is going to be a game. This is going to be a game. New Haven has brand new coaches. All of the coaches are new, so they didn't get to play New Britain the first time. I think it'll be foolish for New Britain to go in there thinking they can do the same old thing and win the game, that this team haven't gotten better. I'm sure New Britain has done their homework and they see the progression of that other team. Obviously, everybody see how good New Britain is in their progression. But we can't sleep the opposite way. What time is that game? What time is that game? Anybody know? Tell me the time. I just want to announce it to try to get people to come watch y'all. But Oxford plays Waterford on Sunday. Sunday at 11U. Manchester, y'all, that's probably who y'all going to end up seeing. Keep your eye on them. Oxford and Water Oak. Water Oak, my fault. Not Waterford, Water Oak. The game is in West Haven. Not that game, but the New Britain. Oh, the New Britain game. Just got a text from the coach. The New Britain game is at 11. Uh-oh. I got a picture, y'all. I got a picture to show y'all. I didn't put this picture. Somebody just sent me this picture. So I'm going to show you the picture. Right? And y'all going to say, Phil, wasn't you just talking about this? Yes. I was just talking about this. No, I'm not going to show it because then I'd be promoting the very thing I just said. I don't want to be a hypocrite. All right. So, anyway, I'm just saying the game is going down. It's going to be a good game. Make sure you pay attention. But I don't necessarily think either one of those teams got an automatic win, whoever come out of that. You'd be foolish to think that. Why? Because the number 2 team in New England is the Mount Hope Cowboys, who are playing Dorchester. They're going to take care of Dorchester. That's going to be an easy task for them, right? What I'm telling y'all is, if y'all know hurling, if y'all know Mount Hope, if you know the tradition, you better make sure you come to play, because usually he have his boys ready to play. Just like I told you, they're a powerful program and they're going to be ready. So I'm just saying that if you know the landscape in New England, you may want to make sure that that you're paying attention to Mount Hope on the other side, because they will play the winner. They will play the winner. One thing I will give you is Mount Hope. Mount Hope whoever come out at 10U is going to be very, very sharp. That New Haven, New Britain, that Mount Hope game, all of that is going to be, I think that's the hardest side of the bracket. So shout out to all those teams. I think that that's going to definitely be good games. Just imagine you get to watch Dorchester or Mount Hope or New Haven, New Britain. We in New England Pop Warner. We got it popping. Don't let nobody tell you there's good football being played, y'all. It's being good. New Britain 9U and that kid Smart and Korea going to walk they team the Nationals. Yeah, I agree. New Britain 9U is pretty good. But they got New Britain 9U don't have a championship game. Everett versus Chelmsford. The Crimson Tide is going to roll again. I've been saying the Crimson Tide is going to roll. So Everett versus Chelmsford, the Crimson Tide is going to roll. That's the other side. And again, I haven't seen the Everett, so I don't mean to diminish the ability of those 10U games because this is championship football. I have plenty of times had the best team and I didn't win. The reason I coach football is because the best team don't always win. There is no best of 7. You can be the best team better than me. If I can be better than you in 64 days, in 23 hours, you can be better than me in all that time. But if I'm better than you for those 40 minutes of the football game in a whole year, I move on and you stay home. The beauty about football, you got to love the sport. I'm just saying. And it mimics life more than any other sport. I want y'all to think about that. Think about it, right? If I put LeBron James on any college basketball team right now, they're going to win the championship. You put Tom Brady on any college team in America, they're not going to win the championship by default. You can put them on Central Connecticut State University. You can put them on UConn. They still not going to beat Alabama. It's just true, right? Because football's not a one-man game. So shout out to the 10U teams. Division 2, you got Edgewood. Manchester Redhawks. I'm telling y'all got to be careful. Manchester Redhawks. West Elmwood is a decent team. You got to be careful. I'm just going to tell you. I say Manchester, Edgewood. You got to be careful. I think Hamden and West Haven is playing. Am I not mistaken? Somebody, can y'all confirm that? Is Hamden playing West Haven? Destiny, shout out to the Hartford Hurricanes 6U team. Shout them out. The boy King is we got a running back coming, y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all start eyeing him too early. He's 6. But we got a running back coming through the program. His father played in the program before we was in Pop Warner, so y'all ain't know about his father. But we got a dog coming up. All right, so yes, West Haven is playing Hamden in the championship. I think West Haven is actually the 2 team and Hamden is the 1 team. That is going to be interesting. C's, can you pull the upset, brother? Talk to me. Can you pull the upset, C's? Hey, much respect back to you, brother. You can't copy respect. I wholeheartedly agree with that. You can't copy respect. And what I try to do, man, is bring a highlight and make this thing fun. Because in the absence of making it fun, a lot of this stuff is going to go away, man. So we got to keep energy. We got to keep it fun. We got to make sure the energy high and all of that stuff. Shout out back to you, brother. All love. Mount Hope 6U would love to play him. Vaughn, let's set it up. I can give my kids back their uniforms. Let's go, baby. Let's go. My 6U want to play. They asked me where they going to practice on Tuesday. I'm like, damn, the season's over, man. Them boys want to still play. We should bring 6U to a regional championship, right? I know. We're going to talk to the regional people about that. Bring 6U to the regional championship. It's not their decision, I don't think. I think it might be national rule, but I'm not sure. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going with the rankings. I don't want to have y'all here all night. 9U. New Britain. They're probably going to win it. I will say this. Waterbury's not a slouch. My man Wes and Terry, Waterbury's not a slouch. They play the Hurricanes this weekend for the championship. The Hurricanes got better. They played New Britain in a very, very good game. this past weekend. And so shout out to Matt and those guys for playing the Hurricane team. And like I said to y'all, and I'm gonna put it out there, the New Britain team has beat my team very badly all year, right? Still, my coach hit me on both of their weeks off to say, yo, we want to play New Britain again. They played them twice. They played them in the Soul Bowl. They got beat, I think, 21-0. They played them during the season in which Matt and them put up about 30. And then we played them again, and I think the game was maybe 14-0 or something like that. Shout out to New Britain for giving us that opportunity to be better. I say that to say we not the program that's not going to show up and play this game, right? We going to play. We get slapped in the mouth. We get slapped in the mouth. And it's all love because they be talking to each other. There ain't no hate, right? You get slapped in the mouth. You get slapped in the mouth. Our kids getting better, though, in the Hurricanes. We sharpening that steel. We getting better and better and better. And that's what we going to do. We going to become great by coaching the kids up. We not just going to jump around to the best team. Nah, take your kids, make them better. And I implore all of you guys, if you're not good, it's okay. It's okay to lose. Listen, all of us will lose. Only one team nationwide is going to win. At the end of the day, we get caught up on regional championships. At the end of the day, one team is going to win and everybody else going to lose. I don't want to hear at least I made it. Good, first loser. That doesn't mean anything. You win natty? Cool. You tell me who lost the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Nobody remembers. Nobody remembers. So at least you can do is make your kids better while playing that game. The least you can do is make your kids better while playing the game. Because at the end of the day, when the kids leave, they're going to remember you. They're going to remember Coach so-and-so and the impact you had on them. If y'all remember a couple weeks ago, I had those kids on, right? And when I had those kids on, Santos, how you on my screen, brother? How Santos is on my screen? I think Santos jumped into my live. He jumped into my screen. I don't know how to get Santos off my screen. Anyway, I don't know how to get Santos off my screen. Santos is on my screen. Let me put up a banner. There we go. Santos, how you get on my screen, man? Huh? You spam me, man. Anyway, just know that a couple weeks ago when I had those young men on my podcast, we didn't, when I asked all the kids, what do they want from us as coaches? Me, myself, all of y'all out there that's donating our time, that's keeping these kids off the street. And let me say, regardless if you're a good coach, bad coach, you suck, you think you're the greatest or you think you're the worst, you do some good work, right? And so, I just want to say that not one of those kids said, I want to win a championship. Now, I swear to y'all, I didn't prep these young men. I spoke to these kids all around the nation. I threw them all up on the screen. I didn't prep them with no questions. They did not know what I was going to ask. I did some investigation and found out the best questions to ask these young men. And none of them said, now, I don't subscribe to a loser mentality, so I'm not here telling you you shouldn't care about winning. That's corny too. What I'm saying is, on the grand scheme of things, after the season is over, after you lose and you start moping and you was this close and your kids messed up, it doesn't matter. I think I lost the regional championship 2 years ago. I won last year. Lost 2022, but I won 2019. 2020 we was off. I won 2021, lost 2022. And you know what I'm saying? Or won 2022, lost 2020. Whatever it is, that you rebound and you live to play the game another way. So don't take the losses, y'all, crazy this weekend. Please. Don't take them crazy. You know what I'm saying? Playoff time, be super turned up, but do not take them too crazy. Enjoy yourself, man. Because like I said, a lot of this tension is crazy. But we're going to post these rankings in there, and we're going to do what it do. Because at the end of the day, man, we got to make sure that we are, doing what's best for the kids. And all right, so I'm gonna end with this, and I want y'all to listen to this. I listened to this quote earlier. It was really important. If you stay in an environment where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the value of what they can understand. I'm gonna say it again. I want y'all to listen. C said it's about to get real mixy. C's crazy. You said I was invited to the cookout, C's, and I didn't get a text. I'm calling your mother. Let me say it again. Oh, listen. Let me say something. I think Springfield and Meriden AYF is playing this week. Am I wrong about that? That is a banger too. Let me be clear. That is a banger. Springfield and Meriden have to be a banger. I wasn't at the first game, but to look at the results and what happened, I talked to one of the referees. That's a good game. So if you outside, go check that game because I think that they playing at UConn Stadium. At what time is that game? I mean, we'll all be playing. I'm not sure we can all go, but that's a banger. That's a banger. Oh, and shout out to the programs that got multiple teams in the championship or multiple teams going to regionals, right? Sincerely, the program, right? Shout out to all of those programs that got multiple teams playing, multiple teams in championships. That means the program is good. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, that's because of the league y'all in. Whatever. Tell your team to go put in the shed. Good. The kids are still playing football. Shout out to those coaches, those programs, those teams' mom, the presidents. And shout out to y'all if y'all got to put up a bunch of money for these national tournaments because some of y'all facing that. Let me go back to my quote so I can leave. If you stay in an environment where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the value in which they can understand. So, with that being said, my last words are simple. I refuse to be small because you think small. I refuse to be small because you think small. And with that, just got to rewatch it to understand if you don't get it. It's your boy PH, a.k.a. The Prez, a.k.a. Mr. Above 140. And cash don't rule everything around me, but, you know, we made this above 140. You know how we doing it. Order your Above 140 clothing today. Check me out, above140.com. Peace, love, a little bit of